Hello, everybody. DarkPhoenix Gaming here, and welcome back to Let's Play Vampyr with our dear protagonist here, Jonathan Reid, or Jonathan Reid, depending on how you pronounce it. I go with Reid because that's how it's spelled in-game. Anyways, last time we left off, we just met the hospital's mysterious benefactor, who, as it happens, is a fellow vampire. You remember that lady we met early on who was giving us some cryptic bullshit, basically? Well, she's the mysterious benefactor. And she has a problem with someone who's blackmailing her, so we need to look into that. Here's the thing that's going on right now. By the way, I should probably mention, I'm trying a new audio setup with this, because I've been doing a lot more heavy editing with Audacity lately for my commentary, and the game audio as well. I decided I would start using the Blue Snowball microphone again, and see how that turns out for my audio editing. So for this recording session at the very least, and possibly for a good bit longer depending on how it goes for this session, I'm going to be doing it like this. And I'm sort of loosely looking into the possibility of getting a better microphone. No guarantees or anything, of course, because better microphone costs money, and I am a poor ex-college student right now, so yeah. Anyways, it's time to interrupt this conversation. Or not.
What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reid, you say? I don't want some bumbling
intern. You have some nerve, lady. I served on the front lines of the goddamn First World War. You'd better show some respect around here. Is what Dr. Reid is undoubtedly thinking right now. Unfortunately for him, he can't exactly say that, because that would be profoundly unprofessional of him to go out and actually tell someone. Look, madam, you're obviously upset, but just calm down.
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
You're a bitch.
Indeed.
And I don't like you. Not at
You know
all.
what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating
Wow,
something.
so you're
This isn't a
not
social
as
call.
you're not actually as dumb as you look.
He's a poor soul's
Astonishing. Truly astonishing. This lady is not as stupid as she first appeared. But no, this is not about medical error.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores or
Oh, if only it were that simple. If only everything was that simple.
I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on.
Yes,
See you on the next
it will
round.
probably prove to be an utterly worthless something, seeing as who it came from, but let's keep our eyes open. As worthless as this information might turn out to be, for all we know, it might actually not end up being that worthless. Who knows? I've been surprised before, after all. I certainly have. And I'm not opposed to being surprised again, even if I find it highly unlikely that will actually occur. I'm willing to be proven wrong, but I have to admit, that lady really is a bitch, and an arrogant one at that. I mean, seriously, having the balls to accuse us of being a intern, of all things, really, an intern. I'm quite offended at the notion, actually. I am very, very offended.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Now, where are the people we're looking for? Let's check upstairs. Brannigan, Crane, and Hawkins are the ones we're looking for. I guess upstairs is not what we want, based on the map. Tippett, Strickland, Ackroyd. So I can check the nameplates. That's extremely helpful, actually. So, we'll keep at it with that. And come on, Dr. Reid? Surely you can't get lost this easily. Come on now. I mean, for goodness sake, you work here. You bloody work here. How can you be this incompetent at finding who you're after? Yes, you've said that before, lady. Now kindly shut up so that I can actually get on with doing my bloody job and looking for this person. You're not making it easy on me.
It's locked.
Yes, so I see. Now, Tippett's not on the list. What? We're looking for Brannigan, I think, but let's see. Where would she be at? Because we did actually meet Brannigan before. He was that doctor who's... well, basically, he was a doctor. He still is a doctor here, and his medical error killed a patient, so since we decided that he's more valuable here than being kicked out of his job, we agreed to cover for him, and in exchange, he promised he will retire once this epidemic is over. And he is one of the people we need to talk to. I doubt we'll see anything from him, but there's Brannigan. Let's say hi.
Good evening, Nurse.
Good
Do you have anything to say about this whole mess? I've heard something about a strange man that's been visiting the nurses. Do you know anything about that?
Visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Oh, is that right? Two hints, both locked. What's this medical checkup thing? Well, she's healthy, apparently. We're not going to eat her, though, because, as I've expressed multiple times in the past, while I am going to have to consume the blood of certain individuals just to stay healthy, so to speak, Dr. Reid, or Jonathan, or Johnny Boy, all which are names I've referred to him as in the past. Anyways, he's going to try to limit his feeding to either people who are so down on their luck that they would thank him for ending their life, or just those that are extremely out of the way and insignificant or horrific criminals. We're going to try to limit it to that, I think. But just sort of see if we can't cover any of the other angles in our investigation. Do you know of any of the members of the hospital staff who would happen to have a criminal background?
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Ah, that's a yes then. Well, it's a yes,
Fine.
but I'm not going to tell you. We need to find Hawkins and Crane now. And Harriet Jones. Oh, right, that was that lady who was being a bitch. And you? Is this the person we're after?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced
No, I
yet.
don't think we have.
My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm
her.
Dr. Jonathan Reid.
She's the one that we were supposed to talk to. That's why we couldn't
Well,
find her.
this
We
evening
hadn't
is not
met
helpfully
yet.
Appreciated, Doctor.
Well, what do we know about her? Well, the only person she knows is the guy who dumps the corpses. Well, the only person that we know that she knows. But she's a nurse here, doing a good job, and seems to, on first impressions, be a very nice person, so we are most definitely not going to eat her. But we are going to have a little bit of a brief conversation with her, I think, since we're here and we have the topic available. Tell me, Nurse Hawkins, how are things here, really?
How would you describe the situation?
Yeah, I'd like to hear it from you.
Serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
That doesn't give us any more information, but things are definitely desperate here. And we're not going to tell her to get a grip, because we did serve on the front lines in a war, so he will understand the importance of things like making sure people have hope. And this is what I am going to say. The flu is not going to last forever, so we need to outlast it. Keep hopeful, and it will be gone one day. Have faith.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How long have you been a nurse for, then?
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I'm honestly not sure what he would think of this, but actually, yeah, I think I do know. We wouldn't say he would be surprised, because that would strike me as being profoundly arrogant, because it would be him trying to give the impression that he is alone good enough that he can remove the flu from being a problem. But she's not right, because that's just being unnaturally pessimistic. So you need to change your attitude.
I don't like your attitude, Nurse Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
I see. Well, I can understand that. She's just seeming to be basically exhausted with the whole situation. And it makes sense. Probably most people in this situation feel that way. And the only reason we don't is because we've only been involved with it for a couple of days now.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual.
Which is probably saying
Especially
something,
concerning
since this is an ambulance driver, and his whole body, his whole job, involves hauling dead bodies around. But why are the doctors especially grumpy now, or not coping well?
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
Oh, I completely missed what they were saying. I can't believe that happened.
Not the chatty type.
Yeah, we'll probably eventually have a conversation with him, but the guy, the ambulance driver / guy who hauls the corpses, whichever he actually is not high on my priority list for people to get to know.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Bad reputation, you say? So, he doesn't have a very good reputation, I see. We know a little something about him. Well, anything else we want to say to her will require a hint. But, if I can ask, would you mind telling me a little about your life in London? We are working together, so it would be rather nice to... Okay, I'm sorry about that, everyone. Just had to answer a phone real quick. As I was saying, we're just going to go ahead and ask Nurse Hawkins about her life in London for the reasons I specified. We're working together, and Dr. Reid just wants to get to know his co-worker better. It's just going to open up the exact same dialogue options we've already gone over with the personal questions. So, I'm just going to skip that whole affair, and instead, we'll go ahead and ask the one we want to know, about a strange man visiting the nurses.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones.
Oh, I see. I'm not the only one with a low opinion of her, am I? But, even if she is a bit of an old biddy, we still need to help her.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
How do you know she wasn't telling the truth?
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Yeah, she's kind of got a point. I mean, what business of ours is it if one of the nurses is engaging in a little bit of extracurricular activity outside of their shift? I mean, oh right, it was during the shift. My mistake.
Goodbye, Miss Hawkins.
I see, and I think I get the problem. It's the during their shift that's the problem. If they were doing this during their free time, that would be one thing. But while they're on a shift, no, not going to work out, I don't think. And now, we have to find Nurse Crane. Press V to activate your senses, which are already active, I should admit. If a citizen is behaving suspiciously, their heart will emit a distinctive glow. By looking at them will unlock a special interaction. Look for Dorothy Crane. On it. What is this now? What is this? We see an unknown person over there. Who is this, I wonder? Let's
Please,
have a talk.
I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight.
Hmm.
I've lost my mate.
Is that
Can't find him
right?
anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran
Did
off
you have a
towards the canal.
disagreement? Or did your knife have a disagreement with his heart, perhaps?
Can't stand them since the
Is
war,
this
sir.
some sort
Can't stand them
of...
all.
Is this
Don't be
some
ashamed,
sort
Mr.
of... is this disagreement some sort of code for you killed your friend and now you're trying to cover up? I hope not, for your sake, or I will have to eat you. Because you will be a bastard. And bastards deserve to be eaten. Anyways, he has a phobia of rats, so his friend will be near some rats.
Any soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend.
Now, tell me, where is he?
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
Ah,
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. We've taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
and you said you were headed for the hospital. What exactly for?
This is a dangerous part of
Oh.
town.
That is not exactly what I wanted to ask, but I suppose it's something that we would go for.
To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
You're behaving awfully suspiciously, Mr.
I have
Blight.
all the information I need for now.
I hope for
If I
your
find
sake
anything out
that
about
you
your friend,
didn't
I'll let
kill
you
your
know.
friend and lie to me to cover it up, or I will have to hurt you.
I cannot enter.
Yes, it would be unfortunate if you were trying to lie to me to cover up a murder that you committed, or something to that effect. Now we have to somehow find his friend. He was behaving awfully shiftily and extremely suspicious, so I have to admit, I'm not all that inclined to take him at his word, even though he might well be telling the truth. Dorothy Crane and unknown. So I see. What is up with this?
I have to see someone at the hospital.
Ah,
Be careful. You look so bad they
this
won't keep you as a
is
patient.
suspicious looking.
I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
Oh my, Dr.
I don't really
Crane?
know, but thank you, I guess.
Oh my, Nurse Crane, you naughty, naughty girl. Giving away something like that to a mysterious man. Tisk tisk, how naughty of you. How very naughty of you. But now, our sewer thug needs some attention from yours truly. So let us head for the sewers. We have a destination. And a date with Mr. Sewer Thug. Let's not be late. He needs to be retrieved.
He's locked the door behind him.
We can't get in that way.
To follow him.
I'll have to take an alternate path. And I predict vampires down here. At least some. Because this is the sewers. And although, who knows really?
This man has been savagely
And
attacked
I
and
heard
dragged to the floor.
someone saying, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. What's that about? Oh. So I see. Come on, get the hell off me. And die, you son of a bitch. Die and or drop unconscious. I'm not too picky on which you decide. It is best for you, quite honestly. But there goes my blood supply. Great. Plenty of shillings. Yes, there goes a lot of our blood. I see an enemy down there. I'll need to drain some more blood. And for use by stabbing him with my knife several times to retrieve blood. Come on then. Some blood retrieval needs to be carried out. We need to retrieve some blood. Hey, I did not give you permission to go bloody hitting me while I'm trying to retrieve blood off of you. It's incredibly rude of you. Well, now we've taken care of them. What are we gonna find over here? A whole lot of nothing. And that person is still screaming, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. I have a bad feeling about this. I really do. There. Finish him off. Get some extra blood supply out of the bargain as well. So I will take that light regen serum. I don't know what it is. The Ban of the Dragon. A new collectible. I can check what it actually is at a later date. Yes, boss fight arena, I strongly suspect.
What sort of creature is this?
Come on now. Come on. Come. Keep your distance. Use the magic vampire super speed ability to keep back and avoid getting hit. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Come on. Even if I can only get in 1 or 2 hits at a time, it's bloody worth it. Alright, heal yourself. Come on, you son of a bitch. Come on. Come on. Sewer beast. Bloody sewer beast. Now back the fuck off. We are out of blood. This is a dangerous time to be Jonathan Reid. Back off. Come on. Come fucking... Come on. Come on.